Good morning, Passion Profit CEOs. Like literally, good morning. I just got up. So look at all my glamour. Okay, so this morning when I woke up, I had this intuitive energy. So I don't know if you guys experience this or not, but I get this intuitive energy and I often get woke up and it's like I just got to get the information out. Okay. And literally, that's how I woke up this morning. I woke up with this message on my heart that needed to come out. Um, and it's we're gonna get into it. It's about truly understanding your business on a deeper level, and it's about hunting versus fishing. Okay, country girl here, and y'all know I love analogies. And I've taught this multiple times in um the marketing masterclass, but literally it's all about there are different strategies that we can use. Okay, and a lot of you guys here in this group, like, one of the things that I've noticed with all of you is you're very anti-spam. Like, you don't want the strategies that feel spamish to you. Okay, and so with that, like, I had all this intuitive energy around this and feel that I need to come in here and talk about this and train on this. And I literally I was being stubborn like Danielle does. And so I literally rolled over and I was like, no, it's too early. I don't want to get up. I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to have to take the time to type all of this out into a post to train on it that way. Because when I type those long training posts, it takes me well over an hour. And I was just like, I don't want to do it this morning. And so anyways, I rolled over and that message, that intuitive message and energy just kept getting stronger. And it's just like, oh my gosh, I've got to get this out. What's the easiest way to get it out? Okay. That being a key phrase, please, like boom, 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 lights everywhere. That is the key phrase. Okay. You just got to get it out. You got to get the message out. Okay. And that is marketing in a nutshell. You've got to get your message out there. But anyways, Danielle kept being Danielle, and I rolled over and I was just fighting it and ignoring it. I was like, I just want to go back to sleep because it's way early in the morning. It's like 6 o'clock, and no, I'm not getting up. It's a day off school, so I shouldn't have to be up right now. And so I kept fighting it. And then I then grabbed my phone because then I couldn't go back to sleep, and it was just like, all right, you're up for the day. And soon as I got on my phone and turned on Facebook, the very first message, or sorry, the very first post that I saw, it's talking about exactly this message that was on my heart. Okay. And it says, I'm genuinely curious because I see a lot of complaints about sliding in DMs to sell. What not to do? What do y'all do? What should people do to get it right? Okay. Would love for everyone to share something that works for you. All right, guys. So let's talk about right. Okay. There are no rights and wrongs in business. Okay. You have your own morals, you have your own values, and you have to abide by those when conducting business for it to be right for you. Okay. So, and that's why this just goes back to personality. Okay. Our personalities are different. The way we do things are different. Our drive is different. Things that drive us is different. And so here was the message that was on my heart when I woke up this morning. When you're trying to do your business plan, because a lot of you guys struggle whenever I'm doing your business plans with you, you struggle with your vision for your company, the mission of your company, and how you want to be acknowledged. Okay. And it's not that hard, but it takes you having that deeper knowing within you what you stand for and what your mission is that you're out to do with your company, okay, with your business. And when it comes to being solopreneurs, okay, for my clients, solopreneurs, we run our businesses by ourselves, okay? And with that, you've got yourself. You have to know yourself in order to be able to shape your business plan around you and know what is most effective for you, okay? For a multi-million dollar company, though, it is completely different, okay? You got you and yourself, and you shape the business plan around you. A multi-million dollar company is very different. You build the business, okay? You build the business plan, and then you hire the people to fit in it and perform the business plan. Okay. Do y'all get the difference? Like, a solopreneur is going to build the business plan to suit them. The strategies in the business plan, it has to be strategies that they are willing, right? Okay. They have to incorporate the strategies that they are willingly, that feel right to them, to apply in their business so that they can take the actions and do what needs to be done to get the job done. Okay. A business is a business. It requires an offer, it requires marketing, it requires selling, and it requires serving your clients, period. Okay. Parts of business are the parts of business. But literally, in reading some of these comments on this post, it's interesting to read these, okay? First and foremost, make sure you actually go to someone's profile and scope them out. Make a personal connection in the DMs, okay? So this person wants people to come to her profile, talk with her on her profile, then hop into her DMs and create that personal connection. The next person says, all this play the long game is for unserious people who are here to play. If you have a great offer that is going to grow my business, I want it now. Men never talk like this. She's got a really strong point there. So a lot of men are typically use, okay, so I'm going to say they typically use, because it's not always in their personality, right? You got the connector, you got the maven, and you got the salesperson. Men typically use the salesperson superpower when selling, even if they have the actual connector or maven personality. And it's because, okay, it goes back to men and women are different. Men have so much more ego, right? And it's about pride for them, okay? And so a lot of them learn from the salesperson superpower because they want to hit goals, and they want to hit goals fast. They're hustlers, right? It's built in their DNA to be hustlers, or they're conditioned through growing up that they have to be that way, right? Even if their human design has them having more feminine energy, they're still conditioned as they grow up to be a hustler and to really drive hard at everything that they do, which creates ego issues and all that pride and all the things. Us women typically aren't like that, okay? It doesn't mean our ego doesn't get in the way, because it does when we're trying to build our business. If you're making a post and you're going back to check every 5 minutes, did somebody like it? Did somebody comment on it? That's your ego speaking, okay? That's your ego wanting those vanity metrics, and those vanity metrics are not what grows your business, you guys. So point blank truth right there. The vanity metrics, those of you who are, oh, I got to be on social media every few seconds and doing all the things to show up. You don't have to be. You just want to be. And there's a difference there. Okay. Or it's the only strategy you know right now. And so it's the one that you're trying to make effective for your business. Okay. Again, there are multiple strategies out there, but I'm going to keep going with this. Okay. So the next one says, I highly encourage my coaching clients to talk and connect with people in the DMs. Social media has gotten so loud and it's hard for people to notice you. If you want to work with people you actually enjoy working with, it starts with genuine connection. And right now, one of the best ways to do that is direct connection with ideal people. When you lead with connection in mind versus landing a sale, conversation flows so much easier. I 1000% agree with this woman. Okay. This is how I've grown my business. This is why I don't have to post continuously on social media. And it's because I'm behind the scenes creating actual relationships with you guys. Right. How many of you have y'all actually seen a message from me and talked to me in the DMs? Almost every one of you at least has a message for me. You might not have responded, but I've tried to personally connect with you and have a conversation with you. Okay. And then this next one, where is it? Have a genuine desire to connect to that person as a person, not just your money, meaning they actually commented and interacted on posts, not liked a bunch of posts, then an hour later jump into my inbox. So spammy. Also, someone I don't know asking me if I want leads or asking me what I do is spammy. The last one said I was inspiring and wants to put me in her network. I asked what inspired her. She never responded. Ick. So if you're going to hop in somebody's DMs, they want you to respond, right? Again, it's that conversation. Like, it's rude not to respond, because if you were walking up to somebody at the grocery store and you was trying to hold a conversation with that person and they just walked away, like, you would consider that rude, right? It's the same thing in the DMs, and that's what she's saying. Like, I don't even know where that went. um yeah, and she's like, ick. It feels, but she's like, but I also don't want people to make posts and then an hour later jump in my inbox. So she doesn't like that either, right? We don't, women are weird. We don't like being sold to, but yet we like being sold to when the offer is right for us. Okay. And that's why those personal connections work so well, when you're genuinely trying to get to know that person and know what they need. And we talked about this on the call, on the training that I did yesterday, right? On the sales calls. When you have discovery calls, the only way to feel right is to genuinely get to know that person and know what they need before you pitch them. Right? That's the only way inside your soul you're going to feel good about pitching somebody, is to know that they actually need it before you pitch it to them. Right? And that's very different with what we're going to talk about when hunting and fishing in just a minute. But there was another one that was really, really good. Okay, here it is. Be human and seek to make real connection first. This is social media. So what she's saying, just like the feelings I have around it all, if you're going to be on social media, you need to be social. It's about talking to people, right? I will smell anyone who scopes me out and put them out. So basically, she will block them if they scope her out. Selling in my DMs and I don't already know and have a relationship with you is an immediate block. Play the long game. Show up and do your thing. People always buy what they need and want from those they know, like, and trust first. It's really that simple. Okay. Y'all hear me all the time. Know, like, and trust. And somebody responded, I love that you said play the long game, because I think it's trying to play the short game that has people trying to throw any old message in the DMs and hoping it works. And this is where it gets to part 2 of that intuitive message that I had on my heart, which is the hunting and fishing, you guys. The truth of the matter is, when you start your business and you're trying to get the word out there, it takes working your business and working your business and working your business. You're going to put time into your business, right? I was literally having a conversation with someone yesterday, and she said, I think because you're honest about how much work it takes to actually make business is what's going to lost my spot. I think because you're honest about how much it takes to actually make business work is why people seek you out. I appreciate you for seeing me. You guys, you will never get anything but honesty from me. And when you're starting your business, you're going to have to put time into it. Lots of time. Blood, sweat, tears. It takes sometimes some sleepless nights to get your business off the ground. Okay. When I hold Passion Profit Accelerator, that 3 months, a lot of times, is not enough time for you guys to get your hind in self-discipline mode and do the darn thing and get the work done. This is why I have the work with me sessions, because a lot of you somehow think that the business is just going to grow itself. You have to do the work. You're a solopreneur. It's up to you. You are the only one that's going to make it work. Okay? So if you're not money driven, it's going to be hard for you to go out there and chase money. You've got to connect with that deeper soul calling of yours to be able to get up and show up every day. That's right here. That intuitive message that's constantly inside of me, that's why I show up for you guys. It's about the connections and the relationships for me. My love language is touch, and then it's quality time. The quality time that I have with you guys in my containers, creating the relationships, our friendships that we create through working together, that's why I'm here. And because I think you guys deserve the truth. A lot of people out there have a lot of fluff. A lot of people out there are going to tell you strategies that aren't truly going to work for you, just so you'll keep coming back to them to keep paying them. And that is the truth of the matter. I've invested well over $100,000 into coaches and strategists and consultants and different things who didn't help me a freaking bit. And it's one of the reasons that I'm here and doing what I'm doing, because you guys don't deserve that. It's ridiculous. Okay? And when it comes to your business and getting it off the ground, you've got to put that effort in. The first year of your business is the hardest, because you have to put extra effort into it. You've got to find some ambition. And that's why whenever I'm marketing, I say I work with ambitious women, because you've got to have some power in yourself to do what needs to be done. And when it comes to your marketing and what they're saying, you don't have to use social media. You definitely don't have to DM people. But here's the thing. At the start of your business, you've got to put that effort in. This is where it comes into hunting. When you very first start your business, you are hunting. You literally have to go out there and you have to do the work to connect with your people. They don't just find you. It's not build it and they will come, right? Unless you build it efficiently, right? You have to have SEO if you want people to find you, right? You have to have other people referring you if you want people to find you. So the moment you start your business, if you want sales immediately, you have to go out there and find those people who need what you have right now. whether that's hopping in a DM and getting to know that person and figuring out what their needs are and then pitching them, or if that is just jumping in their DM, doing the spammy thing, not even asking anything about them and pitching whatever you have to offer, right? There is no wrong method. There's only what is right and what's right and feels aligned to you inside. But I will say this, the people who go out there and DM people and pitch without caring about that person are hurting their business in the long run because people don't like that, right? So all the connectors and the mavens don't like that, right? They want that personal connection with that person. All the introverts and all the ambiverts of the world want that personal connection with that person. They want to be able to know them, like them, and trust them before they're ever going to say yes to an offer of theirs. So those people who are doing that and jumping in DMs, they're literally not caring. They're using those salesperson tactics, the superpower, okay, the methods for the salesperson in a wrong way. No right or wrong ways, but they're using the least effective method, and what they're doing is going through the numbers to find that 10% of people who want to buy right now. Yes, they are marketing by pitching, but in the long term that hurts their business because they're just trying to go through the numbers and not caring about the person. They're making them feel like a number in their book and like a dollar sign, right? That's not what we do here at Passion Profit CEO. Here at Passion Profit CEO, we show up with our passion, which goes back to our superpower, what we're really good at, where our light shines the brightest, when we light up, okay? And that passion flows out of us genuinely. So that way people are magnetically attracted to us. Does it take longer to build your business? Me. No, because it's right for you, right? You have to have that faith that you are exactly where you're meant to be at all times, right? Just had this conversation again with somebody yesterday, right? I'm not going to apologize for something that felt right to me, right? So in all of this, when you're starting out, you're gonna have to go out there, put the effort in, find a little bit of hustle. You guys, you don't have to hustle like it's not a hustle like, so I've got this personal trainer friend, and literally he is in the gym constantly. Okay. It's not that kind of hustle, right? But you've got to put the effort into your business if you want it to grow. And so when it comes to hunting and you're starting your business, it's not necessarily about going out there and jumping in people's DMs and pitching them. But you do have to go out there and find your people that you are to connect with. It is about growing your audience, right? How are you going to grow your audience so that when you pitch in the way that is aligned to you, those people are being marketed to? They're going to see it. If they want to reach out to you, they can, okay? Or you're getting them on a call, or you're getting in their DMs and having those conversations with those people, finding out where they're at, what they need, and then pitching them, right? Very different from what we see outside of this community. Okay. When it comes to fishing, so fishing is just like fishing, right? Fishing, so hunting is like the lion, and you can see it behind the bushes, and it's like you can see it looking and watching, and then it jumps out and literally attacks, right? That's what hunting is, and that's what spammers do. They literally look for you, find you, and then they just attack you. That's not the type of hunting. Like, there's different types of hunting. That is like literally hunting prey, right? Here in Kentucky, we hunt a little bit different. We hunt like we fish. We put, the corn out or whatever, and we sit and we wait for that animal. Okay. Fishing's the same way. You cast out that bait, and then when somebody takes a little nudge on it, you reel them in, right? Very completely different than going out there and attacking something, right? You're letting those things come to you. Doesn't mean that you're not first growing your audience. First, you have to fill the pond with fish. Then you get to throw out the bait and reel the suckers in. Okay. And that's when you're starting your business, you are hunting for your audience and growing that audience, and you're pitching because you want to make money now and find that 10% of people who want to buy right now. Because if you don't start making money, you're going to lose confidence and you're going to quit. Period. Right? Unless you just have some major tenacity to keep going and know, like the girl that I had a call with not too long ago, and she literally had been in business for 2 years and never had a client. Like, that's some major tenacity to just keep going. I'm not sure that I even would have kept going for that long if I didn't have clients. I mean, just being 1000% honest. And so when it comes to first starting your business, yes, you're going out there and you're hunting for your audience to fill your pond full of fish. Your audience, right? You have to, and again, this is just a part of your business plan, right? You've got to get clear on where you're going to host that audience. You have to create that pond. You have to dig the pond. Where are you having on your property? Where are you putting the pond? So that you can then fill it with water and put the fish in it. You have to make that decision in your business. Where is your audience located? Then you can go out there and hunt for and attract the fish that need to go in the pond. Once you've done that, you can already set it up to already have the bait in the pond when the fish are put in. Or you can wait till the fish are in the pond and then cast out the bait. Either way, marketing is marketing. Okay. Sales is sales. People are not oblivious to sales. We see them every single day, right? It's in how you're conducting the sales is how you're going to hit other people and potentially rub them the wrong way. People are accustomed to certain methods of selling. When you drive down the parkway, the interstate, you expect to see billboards, right? Because it's just the way of life. Like, they're just there. Does it rub you the wrong way when you see those? No, because you're conditioned to know that they're there. It just has been and always will be. And so you either ignore it as you're driving by, or you read it, it grabs your attention, you read it, and you're like, oh, I need to look that up, right? That's an efficient marketing method. Same thing with social media. When you're scrolling on your news feed, you just are conditioned to know that like every third or fourth thing at this point is going to be some kind of sponsored ad, and you got to either scroll on past it or hit the three dots and say, don't show me this, or you have to be interested in it and check it out. Like, you only have three options. What's it going to be? And that again is just a marketing method that people are accustomed to. The DM strategy, again, this is hit or miss on rubbing people the wrong way, right? Those ads on your news feed, it rubs some people the wrong way just because the amount that Facebook is starting to put out there. But you got to think of the amount of businesses that are actually investing in ads these days. They have no choice but to put that many ads out there. right? They're being paid to put those ads out there. So of course they're putting them out there. They're fulfilling that client delivery, right? And it's the same in your business. If you're paid to do something, you better expect that I would want you to deliver that thing that you've promised me, right? That just goes again back to the salesperson superpower. A lot of times, those people don't deliver what they say they're going to. It just goes back to they're really good at beefing up the marketing, and they overpromise and underdeliver. That's not passion profit CEOs. Even if you do have the sales superpower, that's where we focus on your business and in your offer delivery so that you actually provide what you say you provide, right? It's just a part of it. It goes back to solopreneurs and their business plan. You have to build the business plan for you. And a lot of what we're doing here is personal development to learn and self-awareness, right? It's learning ourselves and figuring out how we need to be better to become the person we want to be. Because you starting your business and making your first 10K is very different from hitting your first 100K. And it's definitely different from making that first $1 million, right? You can, and when it comes to that $1 million, you can make 100K over and over again till you hit that 1 million, or you can legit just go out there and make that 1 million, right? They're different, completely different things, right? To make $1 million in a month versus in a year, right? Same thing with 100K. Very different to make 100K in a month versus a year. I help my people to make 100K annually. There is a lot of journey to go, right? From starting your business to hitting that first 100K, especially when you're coming from that average walk of life, making minimum wage or less. If you're a stay-at-home mom, there's a lot of mindset stuff that you got to work through. There is a lot of, learning business. If you've never been in a business before, there's a lot of work to do. It takes time, right? It doesn't mean that you can't hit the 100K in a year or less, but for my people, it takes time. So I want you guys to hear me and hear the truth of this, right? And that is, you're gonna have to put the effort in if you want to succeed. Point blank. Sometimes that means staying up later when your kids go to sleep so that you can put some time and effort into your business. Sometimes that means waking up at 2 a.m. with this message on your heart that you've got to get out, right? Sometimes that means waking up at 6 a.m. with that message on your heart and you've got to get it out, right? And you have to make the decisions of what that looks like. Just like today, I told you, like, that message was there and I was like, well, I don't want to type this out. Like, it's going to take me a couple of hours to get all this information out of me. So it just made more sense for me to go ahead and get up, grab my coffee, get ready a little bit, and to jump on here and share the message with you, right? Again, and it's the bait, right? It's all in the marketing. Yes, this message is for somebody today, and I have no doubts about that, or it wouldn't have been so strong on my heart this morning. But the glory in doing it this way is now it's here for everybody in the future to also have this message. And that's literally what you have to think about in your business. The strategies that you're applying. So it goes back to that comment. And of course, fix me off. I hate that it doesn't go back to what you were on. I hate when you hit the back button too. It takes you all the way back to your news feed instead of the post that you were on as well. So let me just get that out there. Those are things that rub me the wrong way. Play the long game. Where's that at? Yes. So play the long game, show up and do your thing. People will always buy what they need and want from those they know, like, and trust first. It's really that simple. Play the long game, because I think it's trying to play the short game that has people trying to throw any old message in the DMs and hope it works. And is that not 1000% the truth? Those people who are hopping in DMs and just pitching without caring about those people, they're playing the short game, right? They're putting that hustle in, and I applaud that. But typically, if you pitch me in the DMs and you haven't gotten to know me first, I'm going to pitch you right back. I'm going to just match your energy. You guys can do whatever you want. You can block them, you can do whatever you want. But the core of all of that is understand that those people are probably in the beginning of their business, and they're out there trying to find that 10% of people who are ready to purchase right now so that they can have the income that they need to get to next month, so that their business can continue on to the next month. Because if they don't make that money, then they got to go get a job and they quit, right? So I applaud those people for trying, even though they're not using the most effective strategies, right? Or they could use the same strategy but approach it differently. You guys have to understand yourselves, but you also have to figure that out. What strategies are you going to incorporate right now that allow you to effectively find the 10% of people who want to purchase from you right now? Plus, how are you going to play that long game, right? How are you going to put that bait out there so that it's there and ready for people so that they can learn to know, like, and trust you and see what you have to offer in your business so that they can decide if they want to connect with you versus you having to go out there and connect with them. Okay. I'm not sure that any of you guys are awake, but I'm going to pull these comments up and see if anybody has questions or anything revolving this. And then I have to get breakfast, all the things, and then I have client calls today. Whoop, Jamie, what are you doing awake? Okay, I've heard on a few different platforms that social media ads are going to become so much more expensive because there are more ad requests than there are spaces to advertise, and our feeds return to solid ad feeds. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. But that's business. Business in a nutshell, right? When you get booked out on your one-to-ones, what happens? You increase your one-to-one price and you offer some kind of automated something so that you're making money from the automated stuff, something, and serving the clients that don't have the money to be able to invest in your new higher price. It's business. It's literally, oh, it's almost 9 there. Okay, well, that makes sense. Okay, throwing a big net, hoping to catch a couple fish instead of fishing where the fish are. Yep. Like if you throw a net out on the land, are you going to catch a fish? Not likely. You got to go where the fish are when you're starting. Okay, that's all I'm seeing as of for now. But if you guys have questions about any of this, you know what to do. Drop them in the comments, hop in my DMs, whatever you need to do, whatever feels the best for you. And just know, like, when you're starting your business, it's different. It's different from that multi-million-dollar company. Even though both types of businesses have the business plan, like I said, it's very different. If you're a solopreneur, you're shaping the business plan around you and what you're confident in doing, the effort that you're going to put into your business. You want to make it as easy and simple as you possibly can and fit your schedule. And I always point over there, but y'all can't see it. My calendar is on the wall, my 12-month calendar. You've got to look at your calendar and you've really got to figure out what works for you and your schedule. Because again, for my people, this isn't just about starting a business and it becoming that your baby. Like, it's not the thing of your life. Like, for us, we're not giving up our life for the business. So it's very strategic in what we have to do so that we keep our lifestyle and also have a business. Okay. And so when you're really looking at your business plan, you've got to be strategic about what you're doing in your business so that you don't lose yourself and your lifestyle, because it can get that way, right? I've saw my husband go through it. He started his business. It was great the first couple of years. Then he got so busy that he literally had no option but to work daylight to dark again. And that's one of the reasons he came out of his business, because he didn't have any, or out of his 9 to 5 job, because he didn't have any time with us. Right. And so we've really had to revisit his business plan and be like, okay, look, what are we going to do? And it just goes back to that whole ads thing right there. Right. You got to raise your prices if you don't want to work with as many people to make the money. Right. You've got to make the adjustments. You got to put the boundaries in place. Hey, I only work my business from such and such hour to such and such hour. At 4 o'clock, I'm going home to be with my family. If I don't get your project done, I'll be there tomorrow, right? It's going to take me a little more time, right? It is what it is. Okay. Business is business. But for my people, the people in this community, you've got to build your business plan to fit you. And when it comes to these strategies, there is a short-term and a long-term game, and be mindful of that. You want your short-term strategy to find the clients who need you right now, but you also want to be mindful and use the strategies that are going to be effective in getting you clients long term. And the work that you're doing and the effort that you're putting in, it needs to be worthwhile to be for that long-term strategy so that you can play the long game and people are getting that value. And this is why I tell you guys, create a value hub. Where is your value hub going to be? Again, it's just like your audience. How are you going to create that value hub for your audience so when new people come into your audience, they can immediately start binging your content and see and get to know you, like you, and trust you through the content that you're putting out? Because then it makes it so much easier for them to reach out to you and jump in your DMs and say, oh my gosh, literally, I had multiples of you from the post that I put in this group wanting the replay. I simply asked the question, who needs the replay? And a bunch of you, instead of actually commenting on the post, jumped in my DMs and was like, I need that replay. Okay, great. I'm glad you messaged me because I hadn't had time to go check the post yet. Right? I love it when people jump in my DMs because it's the fastest and easiest way to get into contact with me. Right? So, whatever strategies you want to use, there is no right or wrong. It's just what feels aligned to you. Okay. You may rub people the wrong way. Again, it goes back to market research as well. Knowing your ideal client, right? In the beginning of business, you're not going to niche down to one specific ideal client. You're gonna have different personas for who you're working with. But with time and with working with those people, you're really going to see there's one specific type of person that I really like working with, and I want to speak directly to just that person because that's the only type of person that I want coming to me. And then you can niche down to that specific ideal client and get to know that specific ideal client and get to know them really, really well. Like it goes into those demographics where it gets weird on your avatar and you have to know what kind of ice cream they like. but it's beneficial to your business to know those things because again, that's in how you connect with those people. Know, like, and trust, right? If you're going on social media and you're connecting with them personally, yeah, You can show pictures of you eating your ice cream if they absolutely love ice cream, because then they're going to connect with you on that deeper personal relationship level, right? Just because they like ice cream. That's why a lot of you love the beach, because I'm always posting things about the beach. I'm a beach lover, right? I'm a mountain lover too, but it comes second to the beach. But again, that's a thing, right? And that helps me to future plan my business, the retreats I want to have. It helps me to pick the locations, right? Market research, you guys. There's a lot to business, and you can make it as complex or as simple as you want to make it. But ultimately, in business, you have to have an offer, you have to do marketing, and you have to do sales if you want to make money. Anything you do above and beyond that is just all the gold stars for you. We give you a round of applause. But you got to have the offer, you got to do the marketing, you got to do the sales, and you got to figure out quickly, as soon as you start your business, what that looks like for you. And if you don't have those parts yet, no wonder that you're not seeing new clients come into your business. That's all I got to say. If you need my help, you know where to find me. I will talk to you guys later. Jamie, I'll see you later.